These are critical times, not just for Nigeria, but for millions around the world, where all it takes is inclusive and proactive governance to fast-track development. Hello and welcome to Nasarawa Focus. I am Tijesu Adeoye. On the show today, we will take a look at the latest development in the solid mineral states under Engineer Abdullahi Sule in terms of empowering women and ensuring stability. Welcome to the program.
Africa is undoubtedly a continent of the young, with about 450 million people between ages of 18 and 45. In Nigeria, one man is ensuring that youthful influence and inclusiveness in achieving sustainable development is unlimited. Nasarawa State Governor, Engineer Abdullahi Sule, says the Lafia Institute of Technical Education will afford unemployed graduates from the state the opportunity to acquire vocational and technical skills that will make them employers of labor. Governor Sule disclosed this at the annual Youth Summit organized in collaboration with the non-profit organization, Global Peace International. Governor Abdullahi Sule noted that his government is committed to creating employment opportunities to the youths through the skills acquisition and a vocational training program.
It is for this reason that government considers the event as significant in view of the emerging challenges, particularly in the areas of education, health, job opportunities, among other sundry endeavors. It is gratifying to state that this administration places high premium on youth development and empowerment as a prerequisite for wealth creation towards national growth and progress. Considering that our youth constitute the most productive segment of the population of Nigeria, it is therefore becomes incumbent on all of us to create the needed enabling environment for the youth to realize the potentials for the good of our own society. It is in this regard that this government is committed to the creation of employment opportunities for the youth through the skill acquisition and vocational training programs in the state. It is for this reason that we have committed enormous resources towards the completion of the Lafia Institute of Technical Education to enhance development of science and technology for the youth.
Nasarawa State, for unintended purpose, has an unemployment rate of 27.4% in quarter 3 of 2018, which has risen in 2019 and 2020. Remember I said, it's not intended, it's not deliberate, because this is a global phenomenon. Since 2022, ActionAid has been working in Nasarawa State, we'll be here, so we have a lot of information which normally inform our engagement. The youth become easy bait and tool for violence when they are not meaningfully engaged.
He stressed that his administration will provide young men and women the opportunity they need to acquire skills in order to engage them in profitable ventures with a view to reducing poverty and creating wealth.
The theme of this year's celebration was Youth Engagement for Global Action. The theme resonates the policy thrust of this administration for the empowerment of our teeming youth in the state, especially when the Executive Director of Finance was mentioning about the percentages of youth unemployment. Inshallah, a year to 2 years from now, with the agricultural activities that are taking place in this state, that percentage will be halved.
Skill acquisition is targeting 750 youths across the state. And I can tell you, for the executive governor to be in this program is to tell you the value has placed on ActionAid, Global Peace, Victory, and GSAF generally. Otherwise, he will not be here. And because he's seen the impact of what our contribution have done to the life of the youth and even the women we have engaged before. Engaging alone without action does not bring results. And so we think that for there to be action, the executive, the legislature need to act together and bring forth a youth development bill for Nasarawa State youth that, if well passed and implemented, will lead to a more stable society where youth are going to be more involved in politics, economics, governance, and security.
I, Engineer Abdullahi Alhaji Sule.
Upon becoming the governor of Nasarawa State, Governor Abdullahi Sule made it a point of duty to create an inclusive government that benefits all. The solid mineral state has now joined 11 other states in the country to launch its State Action Plan on domestication of the United Nations Security Council Resolution 1325 on women, peace and security.
I am particularly delighted that our amiable governor, the governor of Nasarawa State, His Excellency Engineer Abdullahi Sule, is here personally to perform this event. Evidently, this is a further demonstration of Your Excellency's concern for the welfare and well-being of women in Nasarawa State. And another example of the distinctive characteristic of your administration to exceed all expectation in the delivery of service to the people of Nasarawa State.
Launching the SAP document in Lafia, the state governor, Engineer Abdullahi Sule, stressed the significance of the event, considering the commitment of his administration towards inclusion of women in the security architecture of the state.
This imperative states that the United Nations Security Council Resolution 1325, the 31st of December 2000, further acknowledge the disproportionate and unique impact of armed conflict on women and girls in our society. This resolution urged all actors to increase participation of women and incorporate gender perspectives in all the UN peace and security efforts. This was the first official document from the Security Council that offers women the right and necessary support to participate in peace resolution as well as protect them against war and sexual violence. Similarly, it offers women equal opportunities in the prevention and sustenance of lasting peace in society. Those are exactly what we are looking for in Nasarawa.
While noting that security is the bedrock of harmonious coexistence and socio-economic development of the society, the governor emphasized the determination of his administration to continue to promote and sustain peace in the state through the inclusion of women in not only the security architecture, but also in governance.
Today's occasion is significant considering our commitment to the inclusion of women in the security architecture of the state to ensure the entrenchment of peace and harmonious coexistence among the diverse ethnic nationalities in Nasarawa.
Engineer Sule lamented that despite government's effort to carry women along, they have largely remained marginalized and denied access to opportunities that contribute their quota in decision-making. The governor pointed out that during armed conflicts, women and children have become the most vulnerable to experience untold hardship.
I have suffered sexual violence.
In recent months, the outcry against rape and gender-based violence have grown louder across the country, with civil society groups demanding justice for victims, prosecution of perpetrators, and laws that ensure safety for women everywhere. At this occasion, Governor Abdullahi Sule used the opportunity to condemn the recent spate of rape in the country, particularly the recent incident that occurred in Adogi, Lafia East Development Area, where an infant was raped, leaving the child and parents in agony and trauma. He warned that the government will not take it lightly with suspected rapists, as such persons will be made to face the full wrath of the law. In a goodwill message, Country Director, Action Aid Nigeria, Ene Obi, showed appreciation to the state governor for opening the space for the launch of the SAP document to take place.
Records shows that there is a worrisome increasing sexual violence and violence against women and girls since the pandemic began. And the lockdown also created more problems, and we have more increase in the cases of violence against women and girls. Many of them have been abused in their homes and also in their communities. In a strong partnership with Global Peace Development and Beacon Youth Initiative, ActionAid Nigeria, through its systems and structure strengthening approach against radicalization to violent extremism, the project, which is funded by GSAP, ActionAid is sensitizing and building the capacity of women and girls from different communities, and for them to be able to demand for their rights, and also looking at safe spaces, and we are willing to continue to work with the state government to ensure that every woman, every girl in Nasarawa State is liberated from the influence and effect of violent extremism and increase sustainable development.
Ene Obi disclosed that her organization is willing to partner with the state government towards ensuring that every woman in Nasarawa State is liberated from the influence and effect of violent extremism and increase sustainable development. To empower women in the state, trainings, workshops and capacity building programs have been organized for women in the last 1 year of the Abdullahi Sule administration. This time, the governor, through the Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development, is empowering 150 women from the 13 local government areas of the state on entrepreneurial management and skill acquisition to make them self-reliant.
After the training, the people that have come down here to Nasarawa from Abuja to give them this training are not just ordinary people. They are people from organization that works under the CBN. And we have been able to discuss with this CBN that after this training, every trainee will have a certificate. And that certificate is what will make you assess the facility that is available under CBN. And this facility is going to be given in phases, like 80% of the facility may come in equipment, then 20% of it will come in cash.
It would be recalled that the United Nations Security Council Resolution 1325 came into being on the 31st of October 2000, recognizing the impact of armed conflict on women and girls. The resolution increased the participation of women and incorporates gender perspectives in all UN peace and security efforts. Nasarawa State Governor, Engineer Abdullahi Sule, has announced that the State Boundary Commission has been constituted with a view to delineating proper boundary between the state and her neighbors. Engineer Sule disclosed this while playing host to critical stakeholders from Kiana local government area, who were at the government house to present a report on security and peace.
My stakeholders are here to say thank you for a wonderful job they have been doing. Also to appreciate you for what you have been doing to the state in general. Excellency, we are also here to discuss a very critical issue, two things: security and peace.
The governor says it has become necessary to constitute the State Boundary Commission because of the importance his administration attaches to ensuring lasting peace between Nasarawa State and her neighbors.
We have already constituted the Nasarawa State Boundary Commission, and I'm happy to tell you that the chairman of that committee is somebody from Kiana because of the importance that we have attached to it, so that it will go through and ensure we follow up. We are very interested in peace with all our neighbors, not only Benue, but also Plateau, Kaduna, Federal Capital, and Kogi. And that is the reason why we are taking every step that is necessary to ensure that we create proper boundary, We have met with the National Boundary Commission as well, and we have explained to them the importance of that.
Engineer Sule recalled his recent meeting with the TIF community, where he called on them to be united.
It is easier for me to negotiate with a united front than with different segments. So they have come in and they have told me, first is you want to know the demand of people. If you don't know their demand, then you don't know where you're going to go. So I'm happy that they came and they presented their demands. So I told them that, the wall is not built in one day. So it takes a while, and it takes lobbying, and it takes unity, it takes peace. One day, if they have their proper peace, maybe a TIF man will be the Osana of Ghana, but I want them to make sure. With the permission of the Emir of Lafia, let me hear anybody that will say.
Engineer Sule told the critical stakeholders that Kiana is not only important to the state, but to the entire northern Nigeria, following the discovery of oil in Kiana.
I have explained to you how critically I continue to follow the aspect of that discovery, and I explained to you many times the importance of us. Being an oil person myself, I know that the commercial oil and the benefits may not come when I'm here, even if I spend 12 years on this seat, because it's a period that takes a little while. But what we are trying to do is to ensure that in place we have something, a legacy that we can leave for our children and the children behind. We do not want to leave problems for our children as we go. So it's better for us to take care of them right now, resolve them, and make sure we are leaving our children to take off in peace.
The two border states, Benue and Nasarawa, and it is as a result of that the local governments that are mostly affected, Kiana, Awe and Doma, have come with their own reports on the need for us to stay peacefully along the border lines, and basically those are the things that we discussed with His Excellency the Executive Government.
About 1 year ago, the Nasarawa State University, KEFI, conceived the idea of introducing a faculty of engineering in the institution. This complex in Gudi of Akranga local government was immediately constructed to house the faculty. The aim of this is to provide lasting solutions to the dearth of engineering personnel in the state's workforce.
We are introducing the Faculty of Engineering, where we want to start with about 3 departments. Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, a Department of Processing Engineering, and Department of Mechanical Engineering. So we're going to start with those programs. Our engineering faculty is sited at Gudi. The campus is there in Gudi. It's a brand new campus with 4 hostels, 2 for male, 2 for female. There are about 18 classrooms. There are provisions for laboratories and workshops. And we're going to commence our engineering program there.
Nasarawa State has been grappling with the challenges of shortage of engineering personnel, especially among those who are indigenous of the state. To keep this dream alive, the university is inaugurating a steering committee to commence the process that would enable it gain accreditation for the faculty. This committee is saddled with the responsibility of designing a curriculum for the faculty, carry out recruitment of staff, among others.
Central to this action plan is to expand the science-based programs of the university to meet the 60-40 admission ratio as stipulated by National University Commission, and also to meet the manpower needs of the state and the nation in the areas of healthcare and engineering services. It is on this basis that the idea to establish College of Medicine and Health Sciences and Faculty of Engineering was given birth to.
The committee is confident that with its composition, necessary structures will be put in place to enable the faculty get accreditation.
The state government is very committed to the takeoff of the program of the faculty, The university is committed, that's why they have inaugurated the committee. The terms of reference of the committee is very clear. We'll work around that.
Residents of the state see the initiative of the university as a welcome development.
Now that we're in the technological world, really that course will go a long way if we'll be able to get like graduates that will be graduating from that very course. It will really improve the state.
Nasarawa State Governor Abdullahi Sule has commended the federal government for supporting the state in the fight against insecurity. The governor, who met with President Muhammadu Buhari in Abuja, thanked him for setting up a third mobile police training college in Nasarawa. He is of the view that bandits dislodged from the northwest and northeast are responsible for the security challenges confronting the state.
We had some of the bandits that were dislodged from the northwest and the northeast, and they found some of these hilly places. In Nasarawa, we have a lot of rocky places, and they found some of those places comfortable. So they moved to those locations. And as a result of that, we follow up to ensure that we track them based on what they do. By the grace of God, we have a very good police commissioner, excellent director of DSS, and a fantastic also director for civil defense. And they work together along with all the military installations that we have. All of them work together in synergy, and they are able to make sure they help us in taking care of most of these criminals.
This mobile police training college in Ende Hills of Nasarawa State is one of the measures put in place by the police to enhance the capacity of its men to tackle the increasing rate of insecurity in the country.
I thank you all.
The training school is equipped with adequate infrastructure such as dormitories, natural hills, a helipad, and a clinic that would aid the learning process of the trainees.
Specialized training is key to effective planning, coordination, and successful operation of the police, especially at this time that the nation is faced with the threat of terrorism, banditry, kidnapping, and armed robbery.
The Minister for Police Affairs, who is representing President Muhammadu Buhari and the Nasarawa State Governor to inaugurate the project. They are convinced that the training school would contribute immensely in the fight against insecurity in the country.
It is my belief and conviction that the establishment of this college will serve as an avenue for prospective participants to exchange ideas and share experience on modern trends of combating insecurity in the entire country.
Indigenes of the state who grace the occasion are optimistic of improved security in the state and the country at large.
And that's all we can take on Nasarawa Focus. You can join us again next time for more interesting episodes. Always remember, Nasarawa means business.